Hey guys, it's Ash, and this is going to be my quick tutorial on how to attack and defend properly on Clash Royale. Now, usually when I'm doing these types of strategy videos, I like to attack live. However, this game is actually very fast paced. A lot of things happen very quickly, so it's very difficult to explain all the strategies going on. So instead, I'm going to show you guys a replay and explain everything that's going on and break down both attacks and all the defense that's going on. So here I'm paired up against G Money J. We're gonna start off by loading up on Elixir. Now it's very important to start off your battle by loading up on Elixir, because if you start off with low Elixir, say you start off with 6 Elixir and you drop a high Elixir card like the Prince, if your opponent counters your Prince very easily, like let's say he uses a Tombstone that only costs 3 Elixir, then he's going to take a 2 Elixir lead, he's going to have 7 Elixir, and then he's going to be able to attack your tower, and you're not going to have a good defense because you already used up your Elixir, so you're not going to have enough Elixir to defend yourself. So yeah, that's why it's very important to start off by loading up on Elixir. Now I'm going to start off by sending out my archers, and the reason I sent out my archers is because the archer card costs very little Elixir. It only costs 3 Elixir to use, so that's why I used the archer card, because you don't want to start off with too much Elixir. You don't want to start off with a card that costs too much Elixir like the Prince card like my opponent is doing. You don't want to do that, and the reason for that is, again, you want to have enough Elixir to defend yourself. So here I still have 7 Elixir here, so I'm gonna be able to defend myself. I'm gonna send out my minion horde, which is gonna take out his Prince. Unfortunately, the minion horde is obviously a flying troop, so his Prince is still gonna be able to deal some damage onto my left tower. However, my minions are still at full health because of this, so I'm gonna take advantage by sending out my baby dragon with them, a combination of baby dragon and the minion horde. And on the right side, as you can see, he used the mirror spell, which allowed him to replicate his Prince card, and now he's gonna send out his mirror on the right side. Now this tells me that he spent all his Elixir. He spent 11 Elixir, since the Prince card costs 5 Elixir, and to mirror him costs 6 more Elixir, so he spent 11 Elixir on both of the Prince cards. Now I have my archers, as you can see, on the right side, so the archers are going to stop the charge. And now, as you can see on the left side, I have the baby dragon and the minion horde. Now since he spent all that Elixir, since he played recklessly using all that Elixir on the Prince card, he's defenseless. He has nothing to defend himself on the left side. So my minions and my baby dragon are going to take out his tower. And on the right side, as you can see, he has his Prince targeting my tower. However, I have my cannon, which only costs 3 Elixir, so I'm going to place my cannon in front of my tower. This is a very important strategy. You can place a building or a defensive structure like the cannon in front of your tower, and that's going to have the Prince retarget. He's going to retarget from the tower onto that defensive structure. So whenever you have like a Prince attacking one of your towers and you have a defensive structure or a building, then you can place that building right in front of your tower, and that's going to have the Prince retarget and target that defense. So here, as you can see, my cannon was able to shield for my tower and remove the Prince card. Now, as you can see, I have the advantage, and the reason I have the advantage right now is because if you look at his tower on the left, it's only at 399, and both of my towers, although damaged, they are at very good health. So this means that I can now finish off his left tower quite easily. So what I'm going to do now is send out my giant here, as he sent out an Elixir collector right in front to guard his tower. So I'm going to couple my giant with my ranged attacker, my musketeer. The musketeer is a ranged attacker. She's going to attack from a distance, which is an excellent combination with high HP tanky troop such as the giant. So the giant is going to shield for my musketeer as my musketeer attacks with her range. And here I played a bit risky. I sent out all my troops, my archers and musketeer, to go for that tower, which I really shouldn't have done, because now I don't have enough Elixir to defend. So that was a big mistake on my part, and that allowed his Prince, which is still at about 25% health, to deal damage onto my tower, and also allowed him to deploy his Hog Rider. Now I have nothing. I sent out my cannon, which is able to shield my tower for a few seconds, but as you can see, that Hog Rider is still attacking my tower. And here I could have deployed my bomber to finish off that Hog Rider, but it still takes a second to deploy your card, so it wouldn't have made a difference there. And it's also a good idea not to send out your bomber like that, because the bomber won't really do anything afterwards, as he needs a support troop like a giant or a bulky troop, a melee troop to shield for him, since he also has low hit points and is a ranged attacker. So here I'm just gonna let my towers kill that Hog Rider. So now as you can see, G-Money J has taken the lead. He's going to send out his giant on the right side. I'm going to still try to remove that tower on the left by sending out my giant, and at the same time I'm going to couple it with the musketeer. Now he's placed in a position where he's going to have to either defend his tower on the left or support his giant on the right. So he's gonna defend. In this case, he has to defend, so that's why he's gonna send out his wizard to go after my giant while I have my minion horde taking out his giant. So that's great. Now we're pretty even. However, he's still at a slight lead. I'm going to send out my cannon onto his Hog Rider. And here, as you can see, where I deployed my bomber. I deployed my bomber far away from my cannon. And the reason for that is because if the opponent used the freeze spell, he's not going to be able to freeze all three of those units. He's not going to be able to freeze the cannon with my arena tower and my bomber. That's why you always want to spread out your troops as much as possible. That's why I spread out my bomber, placed them all on the other side. Unfortunately, he has a wizard that's going to take out my bomber. But again, I'm going to send out my musketeer to finish off the wizard, and also couple her again with that combination of giant and musketeer. And also gonna send out my minion horde to remove his giant. Unfortunately, he played very well there, placing a fireball to take that out. I'm going to send out my cannon again to distract the giant and remove it with my archers, and also remove his wizard there with my musketeer. Now he has a prince card, not a problem because I have my cannon, my arena tower archer targeting it, so quite easily took that out. He's going to send out his prince again here. I'm going to send out my giant, load up on Elixir as my cannon is already defending my tower there. Now he has his prince. I'm going to have to send out my archer there just to shield, stop the prince from targeting my tower. Now I have two bulky troops, the baby dragon and my giant. So I'm going to send out my minions right here to remove his giant, and at the same time couple my baby dragon and giant behind with the musketeer. And since it's overtime, double elixir time, so I'm going to be able to summon two giants. So with the giants, now I can spam my troops in and try to go for that tower. I'm going to have to attack rapidly here because it's overtime, 20 seconds left, and as you can see, I've done it. And I also had enough elixir to deploy my cannon to stop the Hog Rider. However, I did not have to do that because I've taken out his second tower and we've won. Awesome. So hope you guys learned a lot from this. And also, I just created a new clan called Altar of Royale, and at the moment it's gonna be open to everyone, so it's gonna be first come first serve. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more. I'm gonna have more of this. Also let me know if you guys learned a lot and would like me to do more of these. So thanks for watching again. I'll see you guys again soon. Later.